Rebecca, are you serious right now? Another night out without a single text?
Oh, come on. Don't act like I owe you a minute-by-minute itinerary. I'm not your employee.
No, you're supposed to be my wife. You disappear whenever it's inconvenient, and I'm supposed to just sit here and guess?
Wow, just because I didn't text doesn't mean I'm some kind of criminal. I need a break. Ever heard of that?
A break from what exactly? You barely do anything around the house as it is.
Excuse me? I do plenty. Just because I don't parade around with a vacuum doesn't mean I'm lazy.
Don't even try it. I do the laundry, I do the cleaning. You cook maybe once a week when the stars align.
Oh, how noble. A husband who does chores. Want a medal, a parade, maybe a fan club.
You think this is funny? You vanish, refuse to reply, and act like it's all beneath you.
Because it is. I'm not some robot built to scrub floors and smile for your convenience. I have a life.
That life doesn't include respect for your husband? For your home?
Respect goes both ways. And honestly, you lost my respect the moment you started nagging me like a desperate old man.
Unbelievable. You know what? I've had it. This whole thing, this marriage, whatever it's supposed to be, it's a joke.
Wow, dramatic much?
Don't gaslight me. I've got every right to be angry. You come and go like some damn guest in a hotel.
I expect you to act like a grown man, not a sulky teenager.
You want honesty? Fine. Let's put all our cards on the table then. I know about your affair.
Huh?
Don't play dumb. I know you're cheating on me.
Wow, you really went there.
You thought I wouldn't find out? You thought your little vanishing acts and secret meetups wouldn't catch up with you?
Okay, first of all, I didn't think you'd notice. You're usually too busy wiping down countertops and counting dust bunnies.
So you admit it?
I mean, yeah. Honestly, hiding it got boring. You want the truth? I'm with him right now.
You're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Oh, please, spare me the wounded husband routine. You knew I was checked out ages ago.
You're with him right now, and you still have the audacity to speak to me like that?
Audacity? No, darling. That's called honesty. I'm just done pretending.
I already know who he is. I've looked into him. I'm filing for divorce.
Wow, look at you, taking initiative for once. I'm impressed.
I'm serious. This is over.
That's fine. I'd love nothing more than to be rid of you immediately, but I need you to give me 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, I've got a trip planned with him. Our flights and everything are all non-refundable, so let me enjoy it, then we can do the paperwork.
Even in divorce, you're still thinking about no one but yourself. Unreal.
Hey, at least I'm giving you a heads up this time, right?
This is our marriage, Rebecca. This is our life. And you're treating it like it's some inconvenience between spa weekdays and adulterous weekends.
Because that's exactly what it is. Don't worry, I'll be back in 2 weeks, all tanned and glowing, ready to sign whatever you want. Consider it my farewell gift.
Don't you dare disappear on me again.
Please, don't act like you have any power over me. Jason, I'm sorry to bother you at work, but something terrible happened. Please, can I call?
I'm on the train right now, Shawnee. I can't talk, but tell me what's going on. I'm reading.
It's Mom and Dad. They were in a really bad accident. A truck ran the light and hit them at full speed.
What? Oh my God, that's terrible. How are they? Are they hurt?
Pretty badly, yeah. They're both unconscious right now. They were taken by ambulance to the general hospital. They rushed them straight into emergency surgery. I'm here now, and I've just been waiting for updates, and I don't know what to do.
Oh God, how's their condition? Are they stable? Did the doctors say anything?
They said Dad has internal bleeding. His heart stopped once on the way in. Mom has a head injury and multiple broken bones. It's serious, Jason. It's really serious.
I'm getting off at the next station. I'll come right away.
Thank you. I didn't know who else to call. I've been trying to reach Rebecca too, but she's not responding. She won't pick up and her phone is off or something.
I know. It's off because she turned it off herself. She left this morning for a trip with her boyfriend.
A trip with her What? You're kidding.
I wish I were. I confronted her last night. She admitted everything. She said she needed a vacation. She said she'd be gone for 2 weeks. I hate to drop this bomb on you at a time like this, but it is what it is.
But this is an emergency. Our parents might not make it through tonight. She has to come back.
You could try messaging her again, but I wouldn't count on it. She made it very clear she didn't want to be contacted.
That's... I don't understand. What kind of person hears something like this and just keeps relaxing on a beach?
The kind who doesn't see herself as part of this family anymore.
I'm still going to try. Maybe she'll listen if it comes from me. Please tell me she'll at least read a message.
I hope she does, but I honestly doubt she'll respond. She barely acknowledges me at this point.
God, I can't believe this is happening. Why now? Why would she run off now of all times?
Because she doesn't care. Or maybe she does, but not enough.
I feel sick. I feel like I'm the only one trying to hold this family together, and it's all falling apart in my hands.
You're not alone, Shawnee. I'm on my way. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay. Well, I know it's selfish to ask this, but please hurry. I don't know how much longer I can sit here by myself.
Rebecca, answer your damn phone. Shawnee's been trying to reach you all day. It's your parents. This is serious. I can tell that you're reading these, Rebecca, so I won't let you pretend like you didn't notice this. Your mom and dad were in a car accident. A truck ran a red light and crashed into them. They were taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Shawnee's there right now with them. Please, Rebecca, for God's sake, say something. Answer me. This isn't about me. It's your family.
Wow, clingy much. I open my phone to check my flight info and get bombarded with notifications like I'm some kind of celebrity. I'm literally at the airport gate, Jason. Do you expect me to cancel my trip just because you're feeling dramatic?
Drama? This isn't drama. Your parents were rushed into emergency surgery. They're in critical condition and they might not survive the night.
Okay, first of all, emergency surgery sounds scarier than it probably is. You people love overreacting. I skimmed your messages. They looked long and stressful, so I stopped reading after the first couple.
You skimmed a set of messages about your parents almost dying?
I was already late getting to the terminal, and I don't do well with panic vibes. They're not my thing, especially when I'm about to go on vacation.
Every time I think you couldn't possibly disgust me anymore, you prove me wrong. I don't even have words for you.
Great, then maybe stop texting?
You're really just going to fly off on a vacation while your own family is in critical condition?
Yep, I planned this trip weeks ago. I'm not throwing it away because my mom didn't look both ways before crossing the road.
Rebecca, that's your mother you're talking about.
Don't act like you care more than I do. I just express myself differently. You express it through being obnoxious to me about nothing, and I express it through cocktails and ocean views.
Go to hell, Rebecca. Seriously.
Not before I get back from my vacation in paradise. Anyway, this conversation is draining my battery and my patience. Turning the phone off again. See you in 2 weeks. Or not. I'm back! I just touched down a few minutes ago. I'm still feeling sun-kissed and absolutely fabulous. Guam was everything I needed and more. Ocean views from the suite, room service every morning, and I finally got that full-body massage I've been dreaming about. This was the total reset that I've needed for ages. You'll love this. My boyfriend surprised me with a couple's parasailing session. And let's just say, we made the most of that ocean breeze. Oh, and one night he passed out early, so I ended up spending the night with this ridiculously hot bartender. Things might have gotten a little steamy. What happens in Guam, right?
That's all you have to say? 2 weeks of silence, and this is what you come back with?
Excuse me?
You ignored every message, every call, even from Shawnee. Your parents were fighting for their lives and you were out making steamy memories.
Oh, for God's sake, I saw the message. I'm not blind. I I read the first few lines before we took off, remember? But honestly, it sounded kind of vague. Emergency surgery or whatever. You people love your panic language.
They were in critical condition. Your father flatlined. Your mother had a brain bleed. We didn't know if they'd live through the night.
And stressing from a beach resort would have changed that? No, I made a choice to focus on my mental health.
Mental health? You were drinking cocktails and cheating on your boyfriend. All while cheating on me to begin with. This vacation was a cheatception.
Self-care comes in many forms, Jason. Some of us actually know how to enjoy life. Besides, I picked up a few local snacks and those cute tourist t-shirts. I figured I'd swing by the hospital later, drop off some goodies.
Don't bother.
Why not? They're probably sick of hospital food. Something sweet could lift their spirits.
Your parents are gone, Rebecca.
What? Wait, what do you mean, gone? As in, they were discharged?
As in, we'll talk about it later. For now, just get back here.
Jason, what are you talking about? What happened to my parents?
We'll talk about that after we talk about our divorce.
Come on, you can't just drop a line like that and say, I'll tell you later. What's going on with my parents? Jason, I just got to the house and it's completely gutted. I looked through the windows, everything's gone. No furniture, kitchen stuff, curtains, nothing. What the hell is this? Where did it all go? I asked the neighbor and they said Shawnee came by and told them she was selling the place. Selling it? Are you kidding me? Why wasn't I told? That's my family's house.
It's Shawnee's house. She's had it in her name since the renovation 2 years ago.
Oh, spare me the legal crap. That's still my home. She had no right to pack up and vanish without saying a word.
She moved out. No one was living there anymore.
I was going to move back in, eventually.
You mean after your lover kicked you out?
You're really enjoying this, huh? Just watching everything fall apart and pretending you're above it all?
I'm not pretending anything. I'm stating facts.
Don't act like you're some saint, and Shawnee doesn't get to erase me from the family just because she's suddenly allergic to loyalty.
She doesn't owe you anything, Rebecca, and neither do I.
Tell me where she went right now.
I don't know. She never told me, and I never asked. Keep in mind, this is the woman who very shortly is going to be nothing to me but my ex-wife's sister. She doesn't have any obligation to inform me of all her life decisions.
Wow, you're both pathetic.
Coming from the woman who cheated on the man she was cheating on her husband with, pathetic doesn't mean much. Now get over here so we can get divorced.
No, screw you. I'm going to my boyfriend's place. I'll write the divorce papers myself and send them over. You can file them without ever seeing me again.
All right, that works too.
I'm calling Shawnee. Let's see how long she lasts trying to shut me out. Shawnee, what the hell is going on? I just got to the house and it's completely empty. I'm talking bare walls, no lights, no furniture. It's like the place got sucked into a black hole. Are you seriously not going to tell me what's happening? Where's all Mom and Dad's stuff? Why didn't anyone call me? Hello, Rebecca. Oh, don't give me that hello, Rebecca. What is that supposed to mean? Is that how you talk to your sister now, after everything we've been through together? You don't get to pretend I'm just some random stranger. Everything we've been through together is exactly why I've come to this point. The point where I'm forced to say that I don't have a sister. Not anymore. Excuse me? Is this a joke? Are you actually playing the I don't know her game like we're in some high school drama? What am I then? Just some dead name on the family tree? Someone I used to know. Someone I can no longer recognize. Oh, give me a break. I go off the grid for 2 weeks and suddenly I've been erased from existence? You think that gives you the right to pack up and disappear like some ghost? Sell the house? What, was that supposed to punish me? You weren't off the grid, Rebecca. You were sipping mojitos in Guam and bragging about cheating with your boyfriend while our parents were hooked up to machines. Oh my God, are you still being dramatic about that? I skimmed the messages, all right, but you were vague. You didn't say it was life or death. I begged you to come back. Well, excuse me for needing a break from this toxic family. I needed space. That doesn't mean I stopped caring. You didn't care, not even a little. You ignored every message. And then you laughed about it. You sent photos of poolside cocktails while I was sitting in a hospital corridor, not knowing if Mom would wake up. Okay, you know what? I didn't ask for a guilt trip. I asked what happened to the house. You could have stayed. You could have waited until I got back. But no, you just took it all and vanished, like you couldn't wait to erase me. You were never planning to come back for our parents. You came back because your little fantasy collapsed. You got dumped. Excuse me? Who told you that? Jason did. He sent a letter to your boyfriend while you were still on vacation. He told him everything, that you were married, that you'd been lying to him from the start. The moment he got back and saw it, he kicked you out of his apartment. Isn't that right? Hey, I did not get kicked out of his house. I texted him just before I texted you and asked if I could stay with him. And, well, he told me he didn't want to see me anymore. But my personal matters are none of your business. Trying to crawl back to the family home is my business, especially when that house is in my name. You thought you'd just slide back in like nothing ever happened? I had nowhere else to go, okay? You think it's fun being abandoned? You think it's easy knowing everyone's talking behind your back and locking the damn doors? Why is everyone treating me like I'm worthless, like I don't matter at all? Maybe because that's how you treated the rest of us. We were just background noise to your little escape plan. You're seriously judging me right now? Like you're so perfect? Newsflash, you're not. You just sit around waiting for people to screw up so you can play Ice Queen and act above it all. No, Rebecca, I stayed. I showed up. I answered every call. I paid the bills. I handled the paperwork. I held Mom's hand while she was lying in a coma in her hospital room. Where were you? Don't do this. Just tell me one thing, please. When Jason said our parents were gone, what did he mean? Where are they? He meant exactly what he said. No, don't give me riddles, Shawnee. I need a real answer. Just tell me they're okay. Please, I can't take the silence anymore. Are they alive? You'll find out in time. For now, you can sit with the silence you gave the rest of us. You can't do this to me. I'm your sister. I already told you, Rebecca. Not anymore. You're not. You're really cutting me off. After everything we've been through, you can't even look me in the eye and tell me the truth. I don't owe you closure. Not after everything. I'm changing my number. You won't be able to reach me again. This is the last message you'll ever get from me. Wait! Shawnee, please, don't leave me like this! Goodbye, Rebecca. Jason, I just got back to the apartment. All your stuff is gone. Your closet's empty, your shoes, your books, everything. And on the table, you left the divorce papers. They're already signed, I see. You also left a business card for a lawyer? Were you even planning to talk to me? Or did you just move out in the middle of the night like a coward? Did you wait at all? You said we were going to talk. You said we were going to sort this out.
I waited. I was ready to have the conversation. Right up until the moment I realized you had no intention of showing up. I've officially moved out. From now on, any communication about the divorce should go through my attorney. His contact info is on the card. Also, the lease ends at the end of the month. Good luck.
That's it? That's seriously all you have to say? I broke up with him, okay? The guy is gone. I ended it. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Can't we at least try again? We were married, Jason. You don't just erase that like it's nothing. Jason? Please answer me. Just say something.
Shawnee asked me not to correct Rebecca's misunderstanding right away. Let her sit with the weight of gone for a while, she said. That was her version of justice. In reality, her parents survived, but it was an incredibly close call. They've since been moved to a university hospital where they're steadily recovering. As for Rebecca, she's learning that betrayal has a price. She got absolutely nothing from me in the divorce. The judge wasn't very sympathetic with her. But that's not the best part. Her ex-lover, the one she vacationed with while her parents were in surgery, found out the truth when he got home and read my letter. He realized who Rebecca really was, a filthy, rotten cheater who promised him a future but gave him nothing but lies. He paid for the whole tropical getaway, flights, hotel, champagne suites, thinking that he would propose to her after they got back. She told him that she was single and wanted to marry him. So now he's suing her for fraud and unjust enrichment, claiming he never would have spent a cent if he'd known she was another man's wife. And while Rebecca deals with that lawsuit, she's got no home, no support, and no sympathy. And for someone who used to treat people like stepping stones, well, now she's learning what it feels like to be the one walked over.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Heather, I happen to hear that your family is going on a trip, and I heard that you're renting a whole villa in Hawaii. I'm so jealous. Hi, Christine. Hawaii! A villa! Where did you hear about it? I heard the kids talking about it. Oh, okay. You're going to spend the holidays next month at the villa, right? Yes. Take me too! Huh? I've only been to Hawaii when I was in elementary school with my parents. I bet a lot of things changed, and we're staying at a villa this time. I'm so excited. Christine, I'm sorry, but I hope you could refrain from joining. Huh? Why? We're going on a family trip, but we don't want strangers to be a part of it. Huh? Strangers? We're mom friends, but you call me a stranger? You're so mean, Heather. I meant people that aren't part of the family. I'm sorry if it sounded mean, but please don't misunderstand my intentions. Because, to sum things up, my husband, who had a job transfer and works away from home, finally got some time off, and it's a family trip after 2 years. Please let us spend some family time. Family time, huh? By the way, your husband's name is Thomas, right? Huh? Yes, you're right. I had a chance to see him the other day. He used to go to ABC High School, no? Yes, but why? He was a senior at my high school. Huh? Really? When we walked past each other the other day, he recognized who I was and he looked so surprised. Tell him I said hi. Okay.
Heather, I'm so sorry. It looks like I have to work all night.
Huh? What happened?
Something happened in our client's system, and we have to go deal with it now. The problem seems so huge that the employee in charge might not be able to fix it alone, so I have to go with him. I'm sure it's going to be a challenge, so I don't think I can go home today.
Okay. Well, I guess it's pretty common for this to happen if you're a system engineer.
I'm sorry this happened when we thought things would get better after I came back from working away from home.
It's fine. It's part of your job. Be careful not to get sick.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, do you still have some time? There's something I wanted to tell you about.
Huh? Sure, I still have some time to text. What's up?
It's about one of my mom friends who lives in our neighborhood. Do you know who Christine is?
Huh?
She said she was your junior at high school.
Are you talking about Christine Miller? Oh, Miller was her old last name. I was disgusted when I walked past someone who looked like her, but I guess it was really her. And she's your mom friend? Gosh.
So you know her?
How should I say this? She had a crush on me one-sidedly.
Huh, is that so?
But she never confessed her feelings for me. She just kept on hitting on me in weird ways.
Weird ways?
She would wait for me at the hallway or stairs and walk past me as if it was a coincidence, or she'd put undercooked chocolate cake in my desk for Valentine's Day. There was also a time when she was wandering around my house.
Huh? She's basically a stalker.
You think so too? According to my friend, Christine's stalking was pretty famous at school back then.
I see. And that Christine told me to tell you that she said hi.
Huh?
And she asked if she can also join our family trip next month.
What?
I think she still has a thing for you.
Stop it. I never had any feelings for her, now and back then.
Yeah, I can see that from how you talked about your past. She's famous for being annoying, so I think she'll somehow find a way to join our family trip.
I think so too.
I guess we should be prepared for it.
Yup, for sure. Oops, sorry, I'm about to arrive at my client's. Let's talk about it again tomorrow.
Okay, got it. I'm sorry to mention it when you're busy.
No problem. Okay, I'm off to work then.
I'm rooting for you.
Heather, she came to me.
Huh? Are you talking about Christine?
Yup. You know, today was rubbish day for Burnables trash, so I left the house with garbage bags. Then she approached me at the rubbish dump. She said, "How dare your wife make you take the garbage out?"
Excuse me?
I told her that it was my choice to do so. I have no idea if she was paying attention, though, but the way she appeared, I'm sure she was waiting for me.
Yep, she's coming after you.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have to endure it until next month. I'll handle it. The biggest mission is to make sure she doesn't find out that we're making all these plans to shut her out.
Okay, got it.
Heather, Christine approached me again just like we thought. Like before, she approached me at the rubbish dump. She told me she was on her way to Hawaii.
Oh, I knew she would try to join our trip.
I'll leave just like we planned.
Okay, be careful on your way there.
Yup. You guys be careful too.
Hey, Heather, I thought you were going on a trip today. You're not with Thomas, huh? Hello, Christine. Yes, he had to travel separately due to some reasons. But why do you ask? Do you know why things turned out this way? He had something to do at his parents' house, so he'll come after he's done with that. Is there anything wrong with that? I see. I guess you're not aware of it yet. What is it? Listen, Thomas and I will be staying at the villa in Hawaii alone together. Huh? Hawaii? Actually, we were having dates secretly in front of the rubbish dump. Huh? It's all because you're a horrible wife who makes your husband go take out the trash. I comforted him, and now he's crazy about me. So, tonight, I'll spend a passionate night with your husband. I won't let anyone inside except for him, no matter what. You and your children can go stay at a cheap motel or something nearby. Hey, Christine? What? My family and I were just sitting down for a cup of tea at our hotel. What? I met up with my husband 30 minutes ago. Huh? But when I told Thomas that I would also be going to Hawaii this morning, he told me that we should both enjoy our trip. I guess he meant that he wants you to have fun on your own trip while he enjoys his. Huh? And we decided not to go to Hawaii for our trip. What? We wanted to see a view of the ocean while we relaxed in a hot spring, so we changed our plans and decided to go to Japan. Japan? And the villa we were planning to stay at in Hawaii? Huh? A taxi's coming this way. I knew it. Thomas is on his way to see me. I was about to believe your foolish lies. Oh, you almost got me. It's your husband who's on the taxi. What? What is going on? It says that my husband is the one who rented this villa. Remember, you said you wanted to go on a trip, so when I told your husband about it, he asked if we can let him have our reservation of the villa in Hawaii. Huh? When we checked with the reservation center, they said we could do that. We were planning to cancel anyways, so we decided to let him have it. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Oh, you realized, huh? I've already told your husband about you making a move on my husband. What? I'm not making a move on him. Thomas and I love each other. It's always been your one-sided love since you were in high school. Huh? First of all, I thought Thomas refused to give you his number. He was afraid of you checking his phone, so he wanted to be extra careful, so we decided to meet every week in front of the rubbish dump. He's just going there to take out the trash. Huh? Okay, here's a message from my husband. I've never seen you that way in my life. First of all, I would never want to date an annoying woman like you. I hope you never approach me again. It's very annoying. That's what he said. I know you're making him say all that. We've also sent the message from my husband to your husband, who we exchanged contacts with. Huh? No way. If you can't believe me, ask him to show it to you. You have to be kidding. I thought my dream finally came true. Looks like you were being delusional from beginning to end. No way. I bet you're gonna have a huge fight with your husband, but you're in Hawaii. You should have some fun. We went home after our vacation was over, but we never saw Christine again. Actually, it turns out that not only her husband, but also her mother-in-law came to the villa in Hawaii, and seems like she got scolded for hours by her husband and mother-in-law, who were furious as demons. The next day, her own parents even arrived, and she got scolded for a long time again. She finally realized the reality of my husband having no feelings for her, and she lost her will to fight for him as well. She got a divorce while on vacation. Her parents broke relations with her, and her husband won custody over their children. Because of her huge misunderstanding, Christine lost everything, and I heard that she's spending every day in isolation and poverty at a cheap apartment in a faraway city.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
John? I think you're busy playing games, but can I talk to you for a second?
What? I'm working right now.
Okay, you call playing games working, huh?
Well, I play games for a living.
You said it yourself now.
Huh?
Okay, move out of the house as soon as possible.
Huh? Why?
It's been half a year since your grandfather passed away.
Yes?
Your family finished sorting out the inheritance.
So what?
You took advantage of that, and you've been playing games all day, not working, and shutting yourself in your room from early afternoon.
Huh?
I bet you think you'll be inheriting all the property that your father inherited after your grandfather's death, but how come you're not even trying to look for a job? When I asked your mother, she said you've been like this for years now. You're 32 already. You have to start working for a decent company now, or you'll never get a stable job. We can lend you some money for you to move out. You have to start being independent.
Listen, Miley, I've been telling you so many times, but I'm a game writer. I'm a freelancer, so I work from home, but I do have a job.
The fact that you say you play games for a living already proves that you're jobless.
Huh?
Only game companies play games for a living. I might not be an expert in this field, but I still know. I'm not naive like you, who doesn't know how society works and quibbles all the time. I feel sorry for you.
It's pretty normal for game companies to ask individuals to write game scenarios.
Okay, I won't believe your lies. Then I'll give you a month.
A month?
if you don't move out within a month, we've got other plans. By the way, your father, mother, and brother, who is my husband, all participated in the discussion to decide what to do with you. Remember that no one is on your side in this house.
My parents and my brother are all so stubborn.
A month might sound long, but it's actually shorter than you think. I advise you to find a room to move into and start packing your stuff. Okay, John, time's up.
What?
Don't be like that. A month has already passed.
Oh, about that. I'm not moving out.
I knew you would say that.
If you knew, I would just set a deadline for me to move out in the first place.
Nope, I wanted to test you.
Test me?
For the past month, you did not take any action. You never even bothered to look for a new place to move into. So, we decided that we'd move out instead. Actually, we all moved into a huge new house already.
Which huge house? Where?
No way I'm telling you. We moved out so that you, a social misfit, can learn to live independently and cut ties with you.
Huh? Cut ties with me?
We'll give you the house we used to live in. We're gonna move into a house way better than yours.
Give me... This house is mine to start with.
Okay, the house might be yours someday.
No, listen,
I don't want any excuses, so shut up. I'm so nice for letting you keep the house.
Nice?
You should have been the one to move out, but we decided to move out instead, so you better thank us. Oh, I've already cut ties with you, so I don't have to talk to you nicely anymore as an in-law. Listen, our family doesn't want a misfit like you, taking care of a jobless nerd who plays around despite being in his 30s. A big no.
Okay, then I'll do whatever I want as well.
Yeah, go on and do whatever you want. As long as you don't come to us begging for help, we don't care what you do. Don't you ever come begging for help. Hey, John? What is happening?
What?
We're being told to move out of the huge house we live in now because it's going on sale. We never agreed to sell this house. You definitely did something.
Well, I guess I did.
I knew it was your fault. Explain to us what is going on. There is no way someone except for the owner of the house can decide to sell it. Don't tell me. You went against the law?
I'm impressed by your imagination, but looks like you don't know about the most important part.
Huh? What?
The house you're living in is under my name.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying? This house used to be under the name of your grandfather, and then your father, who was the only son, should have inherited it. What nonsense are you saying?
I guess you haven't heard anything from my brother or dad. Well, judging from how you reacted, you seem to have no idea. The two of them didn't even bother to sort these things out and made me go through the process alone, so I'm pretty sure they have no idea about who inherited what.
What are you talking about?
The reason why I was always at home is because I was looking after my sick grandpa.
Huh?
I bet you didn't know that because you married into the family after Grandpa was hospitalized.
What does that have to do with inheritance?
Actually, there was a time when Dad became the joint guarantor of his friend's debt.
Joint guarantor? No way.
His friend then ran away, so unfortunately, Dad had to be the one to pay back the debt, and it was Grandpa who paid on his behalf.
I never knew.
But in return for paying off the debt, he wanted me, who took care of him while he was sick, to inherit every property he owned.
Huh?
You were determined not to tell me the address of your new home, but you stole the key to the house that was supposed to be in the safe. It was easy to locate where you were.
No way.
Let me explain about all the misunderstandings you've been having. Were you planning to pay for the maintenance fee of the house using the money you thought Dad inherited?
Maintenance fee?
It's pretty costly to maintain the house, like maintaining the plants in the huge garden and paying for the property tax, not to mention the maintenance fee of the house itself. Because the house is huge, the fees are also going to be pretty expensive.
There's a maintenance fee?
Looks like you haven't thought about it. Well, I'm not good at keeping up with these annoying procedures, and now that I'm living alone, I decided to live a simple life, so I made a choice to sell all the real estate that I inherited under my name.
I see. It all makes sense now.
Huh?
That's why you didn't have to work. You knew you could live off your inheritance. That is unfair. Unfair!
I told you I'm a game writer.
That's what game companies do, not individuals.
Try searching for my full name on the internet.
Full name?
I use it for my job as a game writer. If you go to images, you should see photos of me that they took when I was interviewed for an online article. I think that would prove that I have a game-related job.
You're right. Photos of you are on the internet.
I've told you that I work and make my own money. I can still make a living without depending on my inheritance. By the way, I was the one paying for my parents' living expenses when we lived together. Not sure if you were aware of that, though. I bet you can only count on my brother's income now that you've moved out.
Huh?
But his annual salary is about half of mine, so you should be prepared to struggle financially from now on.
Wait a minute, I thought your parents lived on a pension and their retirement money?
Dad hasn't gotten a job since the company he worked for went bankrupt 5 years ago, and they're both 58, so they have no right to receive pension yet.
Then you should help us using the money you inherited.
Huh?
If you make so much money that you get interviewed and inherited all the money, it should be easy for you.
What are you saying?
Huh?
You're the one who wanted to cut ties with me.
Oh, let's pretend like it never happened.
I can't do that.
Huh?
Just move out of the house as soon as possible. Oh, by the way, I already sold the house we used to live in, so you can't move back in.
No way! Then where are you now?
I won't tell you.
Where are we supposed to go?
If you don't want to get affected, you could just go back to your parents, huh?
They've already cut ties with me.
Oh, really?
I kind of messed up in my hometown.
I see. But anyway, I need you guys to leave or I'll have to call the police for trespassing.
No way.
Looks like the threat to call the police worked pretty well, and my parents, my brother, and Miley had to leave the house 2 days later. According to my friend who lived in the neighborhood, they bragged about how rich they were, as if they were celebrities from the first day they moved in, and they quickly became the most hated family in the neighborhood. I heard that they live in a worn-out, cheap apartment now. Like that, I sorted out my real estate, and leaving the minimum amount of money I would need to support myself, I donated the rest to charity. My girlfriend I was engaged with happily supported my decision. I would wait for the best timing, get married to her, buy a house, and have children. I hope to put all my effort to establishing a happy family who I will protect for the rest of my life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Good morning, Rosa Morgan. Who are you again? This is Whitney Page. I work at A Corporations, the company you're going to be joining. We exchanged phone numbers when you were accepted into the company. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember you. You were that woman, right?
I was assigned to teach you everything you need to know about the company and your job as a member of the department responsible for training new employees. I hope we can get along together starting today.
Oh, okay. And what do you want from me?
Today's supposed to be your first day of work. Where are you right now? You're already late as it is. The welcoming ceremony has already finished.
Yeah. I can't come in today because I need to take care of something else.
Huh? You're just going to skip work like that?
I told you that I wouldn't come in, so it should be fine, right?
Doesn't this mean that you were planning on just not coming to work without telling anyone if I hadn't contacted you?
It's no big deal. I'm only going to be absent for 1 day.
Miss Morgan, it's a rule of the company that you need to tell the supervisor if you're going to be absent.
What? A rule?
We need you to follow the rules if you're going to work here.
Do you recognize my last name or not? My father is the CEO of this company.
Yes, and what about it? Just because you're the CEO's daughter doesn't mean you deserve special treatment. We're going to have you undergo training just like the rest of the new employees, and we're going to have to warn you just like everyone else when we have to.
I don't have anything to learn from an old hag like you.
Well, I guess it's true that I'm older than you, who's 22 and just graduated from university, but that also means that I have more experience in society than you.
Is that so?
Anyways, you can't just not go to work for no reason. Please come to the office.
I told you already that I'm going to take a day off today.
Is it something so urgent that you couldn't attend the welcome ceremony?
I'm going shopping at the mall with my boyfriend.
What?
Oh, don't bother telling my father or something. Never mind, I'm going to tell him myself that you scolded me. You're going to regret rebelling against me, the daughter of the CEO, when you're just some low-ranking employee.
Whitney!
Good morning, President Morgan.
Is it true that you scolded my daughter? You know I'm the CEO, right? Come to my office right away!
All right, understood.
Hey, Whitney! It seems you left work early. Didn't you scold my daughter for not coming to work? And here you are ignoring your work and going home yourself.
I already submitted the form saying I was going to leave work early. I'm leaving work early to go to the doctor.
What, the doctor?
The inside of my mouth started bleeding when you punched me in the face. It also started swelling in the cheek, so I decided to go to the doctor.
Stop making such a big deal out of this! You're the one in the wrong for scolding my daughter in the first place! I only gave the proper punishment to one of my employees as the head of this company!
But wasn't I called to the office and punched in the face for scolding your daughter? After all I did was caution her for going absent without any reason?
Just who do you think you are? Rosa is the CEO of this company's only daughter.
Being absent without any prior notice is against the company rules. Your daughter is also an employee of this company starting today, so I only thought that it was my duty to warn her as the one responsible for her training. Also, giving Rosa special treatment is unfair, no matter how you look at it, and risks hurting the image of your company.
Who do you think you are talking so high and mighty like that? You're just a member of the training division. And not only is Rosa my daughter, but she's going to be the next CEO of this company.
The next CEO? Surely that hasn't been decided yet.
It's been decided by me, the current CEO of this company, which means that you're in no position to rebel against Rosa.
I'm not rebelling against Rosa. I'm just saying that she needs to do work just like the rest of us.
Anyways, you verbally abused Rosa, the daughter of the current CEO and also the next CEO of this company after me. You make a big deal even though all she did was not come to work without prior notice. For that, you're fired.
I see. I'm going to talk to my father about this incident.
Your father? Huh? And what use is that gonna be of? What's the father of a low-ranking employee like you gonna do?
Hi, Miss Page. I heard you were fired by my dad. I told you you would regret it. This is what happens when a low-ranking employee like you rebels against the CEO's daughter. This is valuable life experience for you, isn't it? Don't even try thinking of rebelling against me starting from tomorrow, alright?
Rosa, just what is the meaning of this? You were the daughter of one of the heads of our parent company?
Yes, that's true. Did you receive word from my father?
He came to see me himself. I wondered what the hell was going on when he told me that you were his daughter. I couldn't tell because your last names are different.
My parents divorced when I was in high school, and ever since I've been using my mother's last name. Even though my parents divorced, I meet my father regularly, so our relationship as father and daughter is fine.
Why did you hide something as important as this?
I wasn't really hiding it. I just didn't think I needed to tell everyone about it. I took the entrance examination for this company fair and square and was hired by my own merits.
Wait, I'm getting distracted. There's something much more important. At this rate, I'm going to lose my position as a CEO. That's why I contacted you in the first place.
Is that so?
Rosa, can you pretend like nothing ever happened?
Pretend like nothing ever happened?
That's right, I'll forget that you verbally abused my daughter, and I'll apologize for punching you in the face. Actually, no, I won't just apologize. I'll let you be my secretary, And I'll even double your salary. What do you say? That's a good deal, right?
And I was wondering what you were going to say.
What is it? You're not satisfied with just doubling your salary? Fine, I'll triple it. If that's not enough, I know, I'll let you marry me. I've already divorced my former wife, so I can marry you whenever you want. And marrying the daughter of one of the heads of our parent company will also ensure that I'm going to climb the corporate ladder in the future. So it's a win-win. This is a wonderful proposition that benefits both of us, don't you think?
I think you're forgetting something important. Do you really think that you can retain your current position after just having punched someone in the face for no good reason?
Huh? But don't you understand? I just made a proposition that will fix all of that.
You mean make me your secretary and also your wife?
Yes, exactly. I think this is a lucrative deal for you as well, am I wrong?
Actually, I'm quite disgusted by the idea.
What?
We've already decided what to do with you. I'm going to file a police report on you for punching me in the face. That's what I've decided.
Hold on!
I already have the certificate of diagnosis from the doctor.
But you don't have any proof that I'm the one who did it.
There are eyewitnesses.
Huh?
You completely didn't notice that when I entered your office, I left the door half open.
Huh? And what if you did?
When you called me to your office, I had one of my colleagues follow me and wait outside and secretly observe our conversation.
What?
That's what happened. I hope you understand now that I have everything I need to file a police report on you. Goodbye then.
Miss Page! You were the daughter of the head of our parent company? That's so unfair. You never said anything about it. The only reason my dad punched you was because you scolded me. It's your fault for verbally abusing me. It's so unfair. You're the one who's wrong, but you just used your father's position to turn the tables on us. But since I'm so kind, I'll forgive you. If you forgive my father in turn, then I'll let you be my secretary when I become the CEO of this company. What do you say? This is a wonderful deal, right?
I think you should go to bed first, because what you're saying sounds like something one would say in their sleep.
Huh?
Miss Morgan, it seems like you've made quite a few misunderstandings. While it's true that I relied on my father to take care of this incident, it doesn't change the fact that your father punched me in the face after all I did was caution you for taking leave without notice. I even had to go to the doctor because of it. Don't you think that it's natural to ask your parents for help in such a situation?
Well, I guess that's true.
It just so happens that the victim's father was one of the heads of this company's parent company, and that your father, the assailant, was the company's CEO. Because of this coincidence, the leaders of the parent company are now asking themselves whether they can let someone who just punches other people in the face for no good reason in charge of a company. Not only is your father's capability of running a company being put into question, but so is his integrity as a human being.
Does that mean that my dad might not be the CEO anymore?
Yes, it does mean that.
But that also means that I won't be the CEO of this company either.
The next CEO of this company wasn't decided to be you in the first place.
What?
Your father. During the first year he was in office as CEO, things ran smoothly in the company, even if there weren't exactly any major achievements. But the moment the daughter he loved so much joined the company, he became, well, like that. You could even say he became a different person. I still don't understand what makes people undergo such massive changes.
I don't care about all of that. I want you to cooperate in making sure my dad doesn't lose his position as the CEO of this company. If you're the daughter of the head of the parent company, then something like that should be easy for you. Right?
After all this, you still don't understand the situation your father is in.
What do you mean by that?
I'll tell you this one more time. I think you should go to bed, because what you're saying sounds like something one would say in their sleep.
Huh?
Well then, goodbye. After that, I turned in the police report on Mr. Morgan. I didn't bother with an out-of-court settlement since he didn't seem to show any remorse for his actions. I made him pay an alimony after making sure this offense was filed on his record. I heard rumors that he was forced to go into debt because of this. After the incident, of course, his daughter Rosa lost her position in the company as the daughter of the CEO and was now just a new employee. Worse than that, everyone knew about how she didn't come to work on her first day for no good reason, and how her father was the former CEO with a criminal record. She was basically forced to quit because of all of this. She started working multiple part-time jobs from day to night to support both herself and her father, who could no longer find any job of his own. But one day the two of them just disappeared, and apparently no one knows where they are now.
Well then, Melody, that's all for now.
Yeah, Hayden.
The flight tomorrow is after 7 a.m., right?
Yes, that's right. There's a diner near the hotel where I'm staying that opens at 6 a.m., so I plan to have breakfast there before heading to the airport.
I see. Sorry that I can't see you off.
It's okay. You've got work, right? Besides, it's not like we'll never see each other while we're living apart.
Yeah, that's true. My work as a dance instructor is likely to pick up on that side of things.
And we've already had a solid discussion about our future plans. Since I'll be over there, I'll make sure to keep moving forward with all the preparations and paperwork I can handle.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
Serves you right. Riley, what's this about serves you right? I heard Dad told you about the separation and now you're homeless, right? Excuse me? When Dad remarried that older, poor woman 5 years ago, I was seriously shocked, but now look at you, abandoned by him. And a divorce is probably coming soon. Okay, yes, we did start living separately, but that's because of our work schedules. And just to clear things up, I've actually signed a lease for my apartment in this area, so I'm definitely not homeless. What's a part-time housewife who depended on Dad's income talking about? Plus, now that you're separated, it looks like you've moved out of this area, so you won't even be able to continue your part-time job. In other words, unemployed. That means you're homeless, right? Listen, that's not it. My job isn't part-time, and I earn enough on my own. Right, you're saying you've got your own income now, huh? But wasn't it because you were getting allowances from Dad before? Acting like you've earned it all by yourself? I can't stand women who act like they've achieved something when it's just Dad's money. Has Dad never told you anything about my work? Isn't it a part-time job at a convenience store? I've actually seen you serving customers at that convenience store by S Station. The convenience store is a family business, actually. It's something my family runs, and sometimes I help out when part-time students need a hand, during exam periods or when the store is short-staffed. So you're just filling in during your usual part-time hours, right? It's still the same low income you've had all along, just with a little more work. Don't make it sound like you're doing something impressive. I've told you already I'm not working part-time. Oh, I get it. That whole thing about I'm a business owner, was that a big lie you've been telling yourself? You're still going on about that fantasy? There's no way a woman who dropped out of school could ever be in charge of something, right? Forget it. No matter how much I explain, we just keep going in circles with this conversation. Anyway, it's only one more year, right? 1 year? I think you should start preparing for life after high school, too. Huh? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Hayden, about Riley.
Oh, Melody, what's up?
There was a property I'd been looking into in the area, and it's just been listed for sale.
Oh, really?
I was thinking of scheduling a viewing to coincide with your visit next week. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Please go ahead and arrange it.
Got it.
Wait, actually, sorry, Melody.
What's wrong?
It seems like Riley said something strange.
Ah, you mean the misunderstanding about the reason for the separation?
Yeah, she's under the impression that I started living separately with the intention of getting a divorce, and no matter how much I explain, she doesn't get it. She kept interrupting me while I was talking, saying things like, "It's not like you have to defend him now," and "I'm an adult now, so I understand the grown-up stuff. I'm fine." She just kept laughing and dismissing everything I said. She doesn't listen to anything. She's so much like her mother in that regard.
Well, I haven't exactly made my job clear to her, so I guess it's understandable that she might be confused.
Yeah, that can't be helped. I used to work at that dance school, and I've mentioned that a famous idol trained there before their debut, and things got blown out of proportion because of it. I got caught up in all that mess.
I was even asked to get 30 idols' autographs without anyone even asking me directly.
That was tough to turn down, wasn't it? Even after I told them I was a different course instructor and had no contact with the idols, they wouldn't listen. It was such a hassle.
And Riley still doesn't seem to understand what's wrong with it. She doesn't get it at all.
As for you, I could never tell her about the company you run or how you managed to save $3 million by the time you're in your 40s. That kind of income is something I can't share with anyone.
I don't think anyone else would have the courage to talk about your savings. But if there's ever a chance to bring up the company, I guess it'll have to wait until after the promised day, a year from now.
Yeah.
It's been a year, you poor girl. Finished your graduation ceremony today, huh? Oh, right. Congratulations on graduating. Well, I'm moving now. Gotta pack up. Oh, I see. So you've been preparing for this. Of course. What do you think? I'm going to live in a mansion in the heart of the city while attending university. What? We bought a mansion, you know. Dad was so happy he was practically dancing. Do you know that they bought a house in the city? I overheard you talking about it on the phone with someone. You heard that? Dad was trying to keep it a surprise for me, but of course I knew. He's my dad, after all. Riley, can you please stop? What do you mean? Are you saying you don't want to live with me anymore? You should be getting a divorce soon, right? That's not what I meant. What I'm asking is this. Do you really think you can afford the mortgage on that house with Hayden's income? What? I'm just going to be blunt here. Don't get mad, but that house, it's in my name. No way. Sure, Hayden's successful as a dance instructor and his income is a bit higher than the average for his age, but there's no way he makes enough to buy a mansion in the heart of the city. I don't want to explain this further, so I'll just pass the baton to Hayden now. Huh? Wait, are you with Dad right now? Why?
Riley!
Papa? Hey, why are you with Melody, who's supposed to be getting a divorce?
I never said we were getting a divorce.
What? Wait a minute, but you've been separated for a whole year now. When you say separated, doesn't that usually mean that a divorce is just around the corner?
It's not like that. It's a temporary separation just due to work commitments.
Temporary work commitments? But Melanie doesn't even have a job now, right? Isn't she unemployed? And she doesn't have anywhere to stay, does she? She's probably homeless right now, isn't she?
You really don't listen, do you?
What do you mean?
I've told you so many times that Melody is a business owner. What I'm about to tell you now is something I haven't shared before, but she runs an entertainment production company.
An entertainment production company?
Yes. Until now, she's mainly been operating the company out of regional offices. However, her talents and performers have been increasingly getting jobs in New York City, so we decided it was the right time to relocate the headquarters there. I, too, will have more freedom once I finish some commitments in about a year, and I'm planning to start working for Melody's company. So we've been preparing for the company move, both personally and professionally. That's why we had to have this separation for a year.
But didn't you two have some kind of falling out?
Riley, you've been twisting the story to fit your own view, constantly belittling Melody and insulting her. You've started to sound just like your mother, the one who destroyed our family.
Wait, are you talking about Mom?
You know that your mother's affair was the real reason for our divorce. And I also explained to you that I'm not your biological father.
Well, I know that. But still, I was born when you and Mom were married, right? That means officially, on paper, you're still my father, right? So I'm your daughter, isn't that right?
No, not anymore. On paper, I'm no longer your father.
What?
When your real father, the man your mother had an affair with, was confirmed, there was a process that allowed for legal changes. So Riley, as of now, there is no longer any record of me being your father.
What are you talking about? Then why did you take me in? When Mom disappeared with some guy, you were the one who took me in.
We explained this when we took you in, but the truth is it was actually your maternal grandparents who took you in first.
What? Huh?
Yes. Your grandparents were getting older and were concerned about their health. But despite everything that happened, they couldn't bear the thought of sending their own granddaughter to an orphanage or an institution. They knew the situation was complicated, but in the end, they turned to me, your former stepfather, because they felt I was the right person to take care of you.
Wait, so it was them, not you?
That's right. But they were concerned about their ability to take care of you, especially as they were getting older and facing health issues. They knew that they couldn't properly look after you with their declining health, so they turned to me. But even though I had no obligation to raise you, I didn't want to refuse their request. After thinking it through and discussing it with Melody, we decided that we would take care of you until you graduated high school.
Hold on. You're saying that today is my graduation day, right? Today?
Yes, exactly. We made that arrangement long ago, and we even signed the necessary papers to make it official. This wasn't just something we decided on a whim. It was a promise, and it was all legally documented.
I don't remember that.
I know you don't remember it, but the documents are real, and they're there. You can't deny that.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, it's all in the documents. So, while you were off at your graduation, I went ahead and packed up all your things. I've already left. I'm in New York City now.
What? You're already there?
Yes, I've already moved. I was only waiting for this moment for you to graduate. And now, it's time for me to go.
Wait, so that means you're saying I have to move out now? Like, right away?
Yes, I'd appreciate it if you could vacate the house soon. You've been living in my place for a while now, and with everything that's happened, it's time for you to find your own place.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought I was supposed to be living with you in the big house in New York City. That house I thought was for all of us to live in together. You never told me that this would happen. What am I supposed to do now? I don't have anywhere to go.
I'm afraid you need to figure that out on your own. I've already made the necessary arrangements on my end, and now it's time for you to step up. I'm sure you can manage. After all, you've been living here for years, and now it's time for you to learn to be independent. I understand this may be difficult for you, but it's something you'll need to do eventually. This is just the first step.
But Papa, this doesn't make sense. I thought I would be part of the family and we'd all stay together. How could you just leave me like this?
It's not about leaving you behind. It's about fulfilling our promises and living up to what was agreed upon. The truth is, I've already moved on, and now it's time for you to do the same.
Papa? Why won't you answer me? Melody! Hey, I just wanted to tell you that I'm moving into the mansion you bought. Finally, I have been freed from those days of constant meaningless insults. And to be honest, I am feeling so relieved right now, it's almost overwhelming. I can't even begin to describe how stressful those days were, but now that they're over, I realize just how much weight I've been carrying on my shoulders. What? And I found out that I'm pregnant. Pregnant? Yes, of course, it's Hayden's child. It's going to be a high-risk pregnancy because I'm in my 40s, so I'm being extra cautious about everything. Anything that might cause stress, I'm cutting it out of my life, no questions asked. I was the one who caused stress? I need you to realize just how much you've contributed to all of this. Oh. So with that said, I'll be leaving now. The following day, Riley found herself heading towards her maternal grandparents' house, located about a 15-minute walk from where she had been staying. The house was familiar to her, and despite the emotional turmoil she was experiencing, it felt like the only place left to turn to for support. She had a strained but present relationship with her grandparents, having seen them on several occasions over the years, though it was not one based on deep emotional closeness. Regardless, it felt like the best option given the circumstances. She had no real plan. The only thing that was certain was her sense of desperation. As Riley walked towards their house, the path felt longer than it usually did, perhaps because of the weight of her situation was now so much more apparent. Her mind raced, and she struggled to push away the overwhelming emotions and confusion that had taken over her. She wasn't just carrying her physical belongings, but a heavy burden of uncertainty, rejection, and feelings of abandonment. Every step she took towards her grandparents' house seemed to carry an invisible weight on her shoulders, one she couldn't shake off no matter how hard she tried. When Riley finally arrived at the house, she was greeted by her grandparents, but there was something noticeably distant in their response. It wasn't an unkind reception, but it lacked the warmth she had hoped for. After all, she had come here expecting that, in a moment of crisis, family would offer some solace. Instead, there was an awkwardness in the air, a hesitation that immediately made her question whether this had been the right decision. Her grandparents were elderly, and though they had been kind to her in the past, the situation she now found herself in felt far different from the one in which they had once provided support. It became clear to Riley that her visit was not going to be as simple as she imagined. Although she had expected some help, the reality was harsher than she had hoped. 6 months prior, her uncle's family had moved in with her grandparents, and the dynamics of the household had changed dramatically. What had once been a relatively quiet, stable environment was now filled with additional people, which added to the already tense atmosphere. Her uncle, his wife, and their children were all now living under the same roof, and the strain on everyone's patience was visible. Riley's grandparents, while seemingly understanding of her predicament, had also been dealing with their own challenges and were not in a position to offer her the kind of help she needed. Her uncle, who had become more of a fixture in their home, made it very clear from the moment she arrived that he had no intention of offering her any assistance. His coldness was unmistakable, and his words were harsh. He bluntly told Riley that there was no room for her there, and if she wanted to stay, she would have to leave within 3 weeks. The ultimatum was final, and there was no room for negotiation. Devastated and shocked, Riley was left standing in front of her grandparents' house with her belongings scattered around her. It felt like a betrayal, a complete abandonment by the family she had always known. She could hardly believe that she was being treated this way. She had hoped for understanding, for a chance to rebuild her life with the support of those who had watched her grow up. But instead, she was being pushed away with no regard for her struggles. Riley's world had crumbled, and she was left to pick up the pieces alone. The days passed, and Riley struggled to come to terms with the situation. It wasn't just the rejection that was hard to bear. It was the overwhelming sense of hopelessness that seemed to follow her everywhere. For weeks she stayed at her grandparents' house trying to convince herself that there was still a way out, that there was some possibility for reconciliation. But the more she tried to make sense of everything, the more she realized that she was fighting a losing battle. The 3-week deadline loomed over her, and the thought of being kicked out with nowhere to go was terrifying. In the midst of all this, Riley suddenly remembered something crucial, something she had completely forgotten in all the chaos of the past few weeks. She had been planning to attend university, and part of her plan had been that her father, Hayden, would pay for her admission fees. She had never even considered that Hayden might not be willing to support her. It was an assumption she had made out of habit, but the reality hit her like a ton of bricks when she realized the payment deadline had already passed. By the time the thought crossed her mind, it was too late. The window of opportunity had closed, and she had missed her chance. The weight of this realization was unbearable. Riley felt as if everything she had worked toward, her education, her future, was now slipping through her fingers. She had been counting on Hayden to help her, and now it seemed that her dream of going to university was nothing more than a distant fantasy. The emotional toll of it all broke her. Desperation and panic set in as she rushed to her grandparents and uncle, begging them for help. "If I don't pay the fees, I won't be able to graduate. I'll just be a high school graduate with no future," she cried. But instead of compassion, she was met with cold indifference. Her uncle's response was a sharp rebuke. He told her that it wasn't their responsibility to fix her problems and that she needed to figure things out on her own. The complete lack of empathy stung deeply, and Riley felt her heart shatter as she realized that no one was going to help her. It was as if she had become invisible to them, a burden that they no longer cared to bear. The rejection didn't stop there. In the cruelest of gestures, her belongings were thrown out onto the front lawn. Everything she had, her clothes, her books, her personal items, were discarded without a second thought. The message was clear. She was no longer welcome, no longer part of the family. It was a stark reminder of how quickly everything could change, how easily people could turn their backs on you when you needed them the most. Riley left her grandparents' house with no real destination in mind. She had no plan, no idea where she was going, but she knew she couldn't stay there. She headed south, far from the place she had once called home, and she disappeared from their lives. Her family was left to wonder what had become of her. No one knew where she had gone or what had happened to her. The last anyone heard, she was on her way to an uncertain future, a future that seemed more and more hopeless as the days passed. What happened to Riley after she left her grandparents' house remains a mystery. Some say she headed to a nearby city, others think she might have reached out to distant relatives or friends. But in the end, no one knew for sure. The girl who had once dreamed of a bright future was now a lost soul, wandering through a world that seemed increasingly indifferent to her struggles. Her story, once full of hope, had now become a tale of abandonment, of rejection by the people she had once trusted. And as time passed, Riley's future seemed more and more uncertain, a future that was now hers to navigate alone. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Lily, I'm sorry, but could you lend me $5,300?
Dexter, what the hell? A college student suddenly asking for $5,300? Are you serious?
It's for tuition.
Excuse me? Explain yourself. I thought your university's tuition wasn't something you'd have to worry about like this. What's going on?
My university requires the entire year's tuition to be paid up front. That's why the amount is so high.
You've got to be kidding me. Come on, Dexter, you were the one who said you didn't want to rely on scholarships because they made you nervous. You promised that you'd work hard and earn enough to cover everything during your time in college. If I remember correctly, didn't you have a whole plan to manage your expenses after your first year? Even if I'm your sister, this isn't the kind of money I can just hand over on a whim.
I know, Lily. Believe me, I didn't want to ask you for this either. I'm desperate. I feel like I'm grasping at straws here. I have no one else to turn to, and the deadline is fast approaching.
There's more to this story, isn't there? Fine, let's meet up and talk about it in person. I'll hear you out. Meet me at the family restaurant on the 5th floor of the F Station Mall. We'll discuss it over dinner.
I don't even have enough money to eat out.
It's fine. I'll cover that at least.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, Lily. I owe you big time. I'll tell you everything when we meet, I promise.
You better. Don't try to gloss over anything, all right?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I know this is a huge inconvenience for you. I'm sorry.
Lily, I heard you switched jobs and got a pay raise. Isn't it time you increased the amount you're sending to the family? You were the one who defied us and left home when you started college. It's about time you repay your parents for raising you, don't you think? Show some gratitude. Hi, Mom. Long time no talk. And of course, it's another message about money. You know, you really don't give up, do you? Even though you know I'll say no. If you want money, why don't you get a job? It's embarrassing enough that neither you nor Dad are working. How dare you speak to me like that? I'm just giving you a chance to be a good daughter and show some filial piety. You should appreciate the opportunity. Maybe I'll reduce the amount I send to 10 cents from now on. Excuse me, that is clearly a typo, right? You meant to say you'd increase it to $1,000, didn't you? No typo, I meant 10 cents. What the hell? Living alone comes with a lot of expenses, you know. Plus, I'm still paying off my student loans. Honestly, I shouldn't even be sending anything to you at all. And speaking of this gratitude you keep bringing up, let's clear something up. In case you forgot, I paid for my high school tuition myself. I worked part-time jobs to cover it. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard me. And for college, I relied entirely on scholarships to get by. And as I mentioned, I am still paying these loans off. Let's not forget, when I was a kid, it wasn't you or Dad who made sure I had food to eat. It was Grandma, who passed away 6 months ago, who took care of me. To be honest, I don't really feel like I owe you anything for raising me. It's normal for grown children to take care of their parents. That's how it's supposed to be. Maybe so, but I think only parents who actually did their part in raising their kids get to make that argument. You are unbelievable. Look at your brother Dexter. He is paying his own $5,300 tuition. Why can't you be more like him? Excuse me? What? He's your younger brother, yet he's managing his finances. Meanwhile, you, as the older sibling, are only offering 10 cents as support. Are you trying to mock us? Wait a second. That $5,300? That was me. I lent it to Dexter. What? I just spoke to your father. He said the $5,300 we paid at the time of Dexter's college enrollment was definitely deposited into Dexter's account. Why are you snooping through Dexter's bank records without his permission? And recently your father said Dexter gave him $6,000 too. Do you honestly believe that money was meant for Dad? Are you seriously that naive? Your father is furious. He says it's ungrateful for you not to increase the amount you send to us. What kind of daughter are you? I'm already sending $500 a month, aren't I? Are you actually pushing me to cut it down to 10 cents? Well, your father said, then stop sending anything at all. Even those measly 10 cents aren't worth it. He even joked that Dexter seems to be doing just fine earning money, so we will rely on him instead. Unbelievable. You're seriously planning to mooch off a college student now? But I can't wrap my head around it. But you know what? This might actually be a good opportunity to bring up something I've been meaning to discuss with Dad. And since you're here, I'll fill you in too. What are you talking about? The $5,300 Dad mentioned was indeed for Dexter's first year of tuition, but the $5,300 I'm talking about is something entirely different. It's the amount Dexter worked hard to save this year for his second year's tuition. He took on multiple part-time jobs to cover it himself. Wait, what? Let me explain. When Dexter started college, Grandma and I stepped in to help with the initial costs, including his enrollment fee and first-year tuition. We knew it was too much for a high schooler to handle alone. However, from the second year onward, Dexter was determined to pay his way. He promised to earn and save enough through his part-time jobs, but then Dad, who apparently has no sense of boundaries, found out Dexter was working extra hours and saving diligently. Dad showed up unannounced at Dexter's apartment one day, let himself in, rummaged through his belongings, and discovered a savings account with about $6,000. That account, by the way, was specifically set up to cover Dexter's tuition and apartment rent. But Dad, being Dad, somehow convinced himself that it was money Dexter intended to send to you and him. So, what did he do? He withdrew every single cent without asking. Excuse me? Yeah, Dexter made the mistake of using an easy-to-guess PIN, which is partly on him, I'll admit. But because of that, he's now facing a tuition payment crisis. He couldn't pay the $5,300 for the upcoming year and had no choice but to turn to me for help. With no other option, he swallowed his pride and asked me to lend him the money. I can't believe this. Well, believe it. I couldn't let him drop out of school over something like this, so I paid the tuition for him. Now, thanks to Dad's selfish actions, both Dexter and I are left financially strapped for the foreseeable future. We're both going to be living frugally for a while. This can't be happening. And because of all this, I've decided to stop sending money to you entirely. As for Dexter, I'm under no illusion that he'll be in any position to support anyone else, let alone you and Dad. He's focused on rebuilding his savings and getting through college. Wait a minute, you can't just stop sending money. We rely on it. Without it, we're in big trouble. Up until now, your father has been living off the inheritance he got from your grandfather. And when your grandfather passed away 6 months ago, we used her inheritance too. But that's all gone now. You blew through Grandma's inheritance? That's bad enough, but to think you've already burned through Grandma's inheritance too, less than 6 months after her passing? What is wrong with you two? Do you even realize how irresponsible that is? Oh, don't you dare lecture me. We used most of the inheritance for Dexter. He's the eldest son and the rightful heir of this family. Everything we did was for him. Oh, please, let's not kid ourselves. Anything important involving Dexter was either paid for by Grandpa or Grandma. You two were just along for the ride. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that now that the money you've been relying on has run out, Dexter has finally realized what kind of mess he's in. He's doing his best to stand on his own 2 feet and build a future for himself. So I'm telling you, don't interfere with his efforts.
Lily, you didn't give Dad and Mom your apartment address, right? And I'm pretty sure you didn't tell them where you work either.
Yeah, I didn't. Why?
Can I stay with you for a while? Just temporarily, I promise.
What's going on?
Dad and Mom showed up at my place uninvited. They've moved in.
What?
Apparently, they blew through Grandma's inheritance and fell behind on rent for the house. They got evicted.
You've got to be kidding me. Wait, so the house wasn't theirs? It was a rental?
Yeah, it was. I guess I overlooked that detail, too. Anyway, it's gotten to the point where they've stopped caring about appearances entirely. They've started trying to take cash from my wallet when I'm not looking, and even tried pawning my stuff.
Are you serious? After everything they've said about loving you as the eldest son and heir, they're treating you like this?
From what I've gathered, they've been relying on loans to cover living expenses for the past few months.
Loans?
And yet they're showing zero signs of trying to get jobs. They're clearly counting on me to support them. Dad even asked me when my next paycheck is coming in. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before they take my money outright. I might have to drop out of college just to support them. That would make all the sacrifices you made to cover my tuition completely pointless.
I see. Give me a little time to think. Stay put for now, okay? Dexter, can you hang in there for a couple more days before we deal with this?
Yeah, I think I can manage. My paycheck doesn't come in for another week anyway. If you have a plan, I'll try to wait it out.
Actually, I don't think you should wait at all. Tomorrow morning, take all your valuables with you when you leave for class. After that, don't go back home. Instead, head to Station A after school.
Station A?
Your destination is an apartment near Station A Mansion. It's a 5-minute walk from the station.
A mansion? Wait, who lives there?
You've met them before, back when you were in high school.
Oh, I get it. You mean your boyfriend, right? The one who just came back from his overseas assignment a month ago?
Bingo! Since I don't want Dad and Mom figuring out where I live, I thought this was a good alternative. Plus, if you're going to hide somewhere, it might as well be somewhere with strong security. When I asked him for help, he didn't hesitate. He said he'd take care of you. He even offered to help find you a new place to live and assist with the financial side of things if needed.
Your boyfriend's a total legend.
I'll send you his contact information in a bit. Make sure to call him once you leave campus tomorrow, and he'll take it from there.
Got it. But honestly, I feel so pathetic right now. I've been relying on you and everyone else so much. I'm supposed to be working hard to become independent, but here I am running away again.
Dexter, listen to me. There's no shame in asking for help when you've done everything you can on your own. It's part of being human, part of surviving. What you can't do is try to shoulder everything alone. That's a fast track to burning out.
Lily.
Be grateful for the help you receive, and when you're in a better position, pay it forward by helping someone else. That's how you repay kindness.
Yeah, you're right. I'll do my best to get stronger. To become someone who can do that someday.
Lily, do you know where Dexter went? He left for university 2 days ago and hasn't come back since. Then this morning, some big, intimidating men suddenly showed up, and before I knew it, your father and Dexter were shoved into a black van with them. Oh? I was half asleep when they barged in, so I couldn't put up much resistance before the car sped off. I think we're in another state. It looks like some kind of company dormitory or something. Your father and I were both dumped here. That's the dormitory for Oniwa Corporation, a construction company. What? Oniwa Corporation? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know about it since you've never worked a proper job. What are you talking about? What does this have to do with anything? Oniwa Corporation is famous for its employee training. They're known for turning even the most troublesome people into respectable, functioning adults. That's where Dad, and eventually you, will work to repay their debts and hopefully reform themselves. What? Why is this happening? If money is the issue, then Dexter or you could simply give us the money as part of your filial duty. There's no need for us to work like that. Dexter and I want nothing more than to get as far away as possible from toxic parents who are perfect examples of what not to become as adults. Toxic parents? Yeah, I already knew you lacked self-awareness, but your reaction proves it all over again. Never mind that. What about Dexter? Where is he? If you're going to make someone work, then he should be working too. He owes you $5,300, doesn't he? Let me remind you of how this all started. Dad withdrew $6,000 from Dexter's account without permission and spent it all. So here's how it's going to go. First, Dad will repay Dexter the $6,000. After that, Dexter will return $5,300 to me. This process is non-negotiable since it's symbolic, about accountability. And one more thing, once that's done, consider this the end. I'm cutting ties with both of you. Wait, Lily, don't leave me! Bye-bye. The arrangement with the Oniwa group was made possible through the efforts of my boyfriend. It turns out that his father happens to be an old schoolmate of the Oniwa group's president. When I confided in him about the frustrating situation with my parents and my desire to resolve it somehow, he kindly offered to intervene. As a result, the Oniwa group not only agreed to take my parents in, but also welcomed them into their company as live-in employees without hesitation. While all this drama unfolded, Dexter, unbothered by the chaos, successfully completed his move to a new place. Now he's completely immersed in a rigorous daily routine. He works part-time jobs with incredible dedication, using his earnings to cover all his living expenses, rent, and tuition fees. Despite this challenging schedule, he still manages to attend university without compromising on his studies. His perseverance is nothing short of admirable. It's clear that he's determined to carve out a better future for himself on his own terms. As for my parents, the source of so many of our problems, they're currently in their 50s. They should still be in their prime working years, yet decades of laziness have left their toll. Their prolonged indulgence in a slothful lifestyle has apparently made even the basics of hard work an uphill battle for them. It seems they're now struggling to adjust to the structured routine required by their new roles in the Oniwa group. From what I've heard, their daily schedule is quite demanding. In addition to their regular work hours, their routine now includes mandatory morning and evening runs to improve their physical fitness. I suppose this added element of discipline was deemed necessary to help them adapt and overcome the bad habits they've developed over the years. The mental image of them huffing and puffing, running around from morning until night while barely managing to keep up with their responsibilities is oddly satisfying. Just imagining them in such a state eases some of my lingering frustrations, even if only a little. Honestly, it's hard to fully articulate the level of relief this arrangement has brought me. For years, I had borne the burden of my parents' irresponsibility. Their inability, or perhaps refusal, to contribute meaningfully to the household created countless obstacles in my own life. It was as if their complacency was a black hole, pulling me into a vortex of stress and resentment. But now, seeing them finally held accountable for their actions and forced to confront the consequences of their past choices, I can't help but feel a sense of vindication. Dexter's support throughout this ordeal has been invaluable. If it weren't for him and the connections his family provided, I doubt my parents would have ever taken the initiative to turn their lives around. His father's willingness to reach out to the Oniwa Group's president on their behalf was an incredible gesture, one I'll always be grateful for. However, the fact remains that this opportunity was a result of external intervention. My parents certainly didn't earn it through their own efforts. Their acceptance into the Oniwa Group as live-in employees came with the understanding that they'd need to drastically change their habits. The president made it clear from the start that laziness would not be tolerated. It's a no-nonsense environment where everyone is expected to pull their weight, and slacking off simply isn't an option. This newfound structure has forced my parents to step up in ways they never had to before. Meanwhile, Dexter continues to inspire me with his work ethic and determination. Watching him juggle part-time jobs, university classes, and his personal goals is a reminder of what can be achieved through sheer perseverance. His ability to manage his finances independently and maintain a sense of purpose despite the challenges he faces is something I deeply admire. Reflecting on the stark contrast between Dexter's disciplined approach to life and my parents' previous lackadaisical attitude highlights just how much they needed this wake-up call. For too long, they had taken the easy way out, relying on others to shoulder their responsibilities. This new chapter in their lives, though undoubtedly tough, is a necessary step towards their personal growth. Interestingly, the transformation isn't limited to their work habits. My parents' new routine has also had a noticeable impact on their health and fitness levels. The daily runs they're required to do have apparently been a shock to their systems, given how sedentary they had become over the years. At first, they complained incessantly about the physical demands, but over time, they seem to be slowly adjusting. I've heard that they've even started to take pride in completing their runs without stopping to catch their breath, a small but significant sign of progress. Despite their complaints and struggles, I can't help but feel a small sense of satisfaction knowing that they're finally experiencing the reality of hard work. It's not that I wish them ill, far from it. If anything, I hope this experience serves as a turning point for them, motivating them to become more self-reliant and responsible individuals. However, the fact that they're being held accountable for their past behavior, even in this relatively controlled environment, is undeniably gratifying. This entire situation has taught me a lot about the importance of boundaries and the need to let people face the consequences of their actions. For so long, I had tried to shield my parents from those consequences, hoping that my efforts would somehow inspire them to change. But in the end, it was only through external intervention, through the involvement of the Oniwa Group, that they were finally forced to confront their own shortcomings. At the same time, Dexter's resilience and independence have become a source of inspiration for me. His ability to navigate his own challenges with grace and determination is a testament to the power of personal responsibility. Watching him build a life for himself piece by piece has reaffirmed my belief that change is possible, even in the face of adversity. In moments of reflection, I often find myself imagining my parents running laps around the Oniwa Group's training grounds, drenched in sweat and gasping for air as they struggle to keep up with the demands of their new routine. It's a mental image that never fails to bring a small smile to my face, a quiet acknowledgement of the poetic justice at play. Perhaps this experience will ultimately be a blessing in disguise for all of us. For my parents, it represents an opportunity to grow and reclaim a sense of purpose that they had long since abandoned. For me, it's a chance to finally let go of the resentment I had harbored for so many years and focus on building my own future without the weight of their shortcomings holding me back. In the end, I can only hope that this chapter serves as a turning point for all of us, a moment of reckoning that paves the way for a brighter, more balanced future.
Chloe, can we talk for a minute?
Hi, Fisher.
Today, were you going on a walk with another man?
What?
Today at work, I had a lot of time off, so I went out for a bit during my break. And around 2 p.m. today, I was passing by the main plaza downtown, and I saw you walking with another man by one of the hotels there.
What? So you're just going to assume that I'm cheating on you because you saw me walking with a man like that by the hotel?
Well, considering you were leaning right up into his chest as you both walked, looking at him in the eyes, I have a pretty good reason to suspect you're cheating on me.
What?
And if you're gonna tell me that he's just a friend, then can we please set you some boundaries when it comes to other male friends you might have? So could you please explain to me what I just saw today?
So you really saw that much? Big mistake on my part. I never thought that you'd be on a break at that time of day and actually be walking around downtown.
So does this mean you are cheating on me?
Well, I have no choice but to confess now. That was me, with another man, Fisher. And today, him and I were at the hotel making love to one another. Alright, that's what you wanted to hear, right? Therefore, it means you and I are no longer a thing anymore.
Hold it right there.
What do you want?
Do you have any idea who that man is? And could that be the reason behind why you were in his arms walking today?
Of course I know who he is. His name is Luke, but he just happened to be a really important IT employee at the company he's currently working for right now. He has to be making around $120,000 a year. Actually, I've seen that he's making that much, so...
So you're after his money then?
If you even want to come close to what he's making, then you're going to have to find a better job. But that's impossible for you, right? You ended up going to work at your father's factory, so that's all you're good for, and there's no moving up from there.
I like to think that my family is making just the right amount of money there to be happy, and the same goes for myself. Thanks for saying something like that about me, though.
You and I are breaking up now, so who cares what I say? I don't need to be with the son of some CEO who is only called that by name.
Is that so? Well, then make sure to promise me that in the future, if you ever want to come crying back to me, you won't!
I have no reason to come crying back to you. What would I be even crying about in the first place?
It doesn't really matter at this point. Anyway, I'm going now.
Yeah, goodbye forever.
Fisher, long time no see. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but I just happened to take your girlfriend from you.
Sorry about that. Hey, it's been a while. And I'm sure you're talking to me right now after hearing about how I saw you with Chloe.
That's right.
But why are you back with her again? I don't care how much you've hated me all this time. I did never expect for you to go taking her away from me in the end.
Well, I'm sure nobody would have expected this, but she told me that she doesn't need some useless man like you anymore. Chloe so happens to be a far better woman than even you might have suspected. That's why she knows a real man when she sees one.
What? Has Chloe really been that amazing of a woman?
Now you're gonna try acting all tough about the breakup or something? I know you, Fisher, and I know that you were only ever with her thinking about what all she has in terms of wealth.
Her wealth?
You can stop playing dumb with me now, bud. Chloe happens to be in charge of one of the most famous beauty salons in this city and is making a lot of money doing so. And considering that she's the one managing that place right now, who knows where she'll move up to next when promoted?
So you're after her money too?
You're the one saying that about me?
Well, whatever, I guess. I've lost all my feelings for Chloe by this point, so I no longer care what she has to do with you and what you guys have planned later on together. Go have fun, Luke.
Huh?
I've already broken up with her by this point, so she's no longer any of my business. If you guys plan to start dating seriously, then go ahead. And if you guys plan to get married, then go right ahead. None of that is anything for me to be bothered with.
Oh, marriage, huh? That's a good idea. Her and I just need to hand in our marriage papers now, and then all that money in her pockets will become mine. Well, now that you know what I'm after, don't you dare lay a finger on that woman again, okay?
I have no intent of ever going around Chloe ever again, Luke. Seriously, man, you enjoy her all you want.
Fisher, I'm going to start letting everyone know that since yesterday you have been my ex-boyfriend, okay? I want everyone to know that there is no chance of you and I ever getting back together again. And that means you need to give up whatever feelings you have left for me.
What's all this about? I saw you cheating on me already, so you don't have to be worried about me ever wanting you back.
I know for a fact that it's not easy for you to just give up a woman like me. And that's why I want you and everyone else knowing that we're never going to be a thing again. Please understand that right now, and also be aware